Shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, Lord of Christ. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Florida history class. I'm a priest and officer of 1,000. I got with me Trooper Razan and Trooper Recon. Okay? And today's topic is about the first Underground Railroad. A lot of times when we hear about the Underground Railroad, we think about Harriet Tubman. We think about a lot of slaves up north. But what if I told you that the Underground Railroad started down south? Okay? What if I told you that the first Underground Railroad started from South Carolina going on down to Florida? Okay? And that's the truth. That's reality. This is what happened with the first Underground Railroad. Okay? Razan or Rakam, any one of y'all, I got a question to ask y'all. When I mention the Underground Railroad, right? What comes to mind, and what you think about what is an Underground Railroad?
Harriet Tubman, sir.
Okay, she helped with the Underground Railroad, but what I mean is, what's the definition of a Underground Railroad? What could be a good definition of an Underground Railroad?
Salaki.
Go ahead, Rakam.
First, you would start with the definition of railroad. To railroad would be to cross tracks or to find a way to transport. And then underground, that'll be secret. A good definition I would put to it was a secret passageway.
Correct. Hey, man. Hey, damn right, warrior. That's a perfect answer. That's a perfect answer. I think that was better than my definition. Okay, I like that. All right, he is on point with that definition. An Underground Railroad is a secret passageway to get out the plantation. But I got another question to ask both of y'all. Did the Underground Railroad free the so-called black man in America? Rakam? Explain.
Because back to the definition of railroad, it got to a point that they started hijacking certain passageways and they started getting intel because we had certain brothers that would work for them as opposed to actually loving their brothers.
Okay, what's your answer, Razan?
I would say law because you would leave one oppressor just to go serve another oppressor. So
yeah, damn right. You're right. Both of y'all right. But I like that answer. You said, Razan, but both of y'all right. But you're more onto it. You're leaving one oppressor to go to another oppressor, right? That's what happened. And we did this a long time ago, too. We did this before the time of Christ. Around the time of Judas Maccabees. We made a deal with the Romans to keep the Greeks from putting us back in captivity, to protect us away from the Greeks. You know what I mean? But the Bible tells us do not make agreements with these devils. Okay? You can't make an agreement with the white man because the white man is not an honest person. His history shows he has never been honest. Okay? When it comes to being honest and keeping your word, the white man, he is not a man. Okay? The white man, he makes agreements, but he never keeps them. Okay? He is known for that. So let's get the article, warrior.
Khan. The Underground Railroad, NationalGeographic.com. The historic movement carried thousands of enslaved people to freedom. This is their journey, by Tanya K. Grant. In 1619,
you gotta read all that. Just read the Underground Railroad part, okay?
Khan, sir.
Uh-huh.
In 1619, the first enslaved Africans arrived in Virginia, one of the newly formed 13 American colonies. They had been kidnapped from their homes and were forced to work on tobacco, rice, and indigo plantations from Maryland and Virginia all the way to Georgia. According to the law, they had no rights and were not free.
Mm-hmm.
Escaping to freedom was anything but easy for an enslaved person. It required courage, wit, and determination. Many fled by themselves or in small numbers, often without food, clothes, or money. Leaving behind family members, they traveled hundreds of miles across unknown lands and rivers by foot, boat, or wagon. To be captured would mean being sent back to the plantation.
Stop. Oh, no. Go ahead and finish that out. To the period.
To be captured would mean being sent back to the plantation where they would be whipped, beaten, or killed.
Okay, stop right there. Okay. Now I'm going to ask both of y'all a question. What do it take to make an Underground Railroad? All right. What do it take?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Communication.
You gotta give me more than that. We said it. Y'all, you said it earlier, Rakam. You said it earlier with your first answer. It's a secret passage, right? A secret passageway. But what do you need to have a secret passageway? What needs to be established? A safe house, right? Go ahead.
I was just going to say.
Yeah,
a secure point.
Yeah.
I was going to say a secure point.
Yeah, that's right. A secure point, a safe house. Okay. Fort Mose was the first safe house. Okay. And these Negroes that left, these Negroes and also Black Seminoles, they created a secret passageway. Okay. With the help of the Black Seminoles and the Seminoles, they created a passageway from Negroes to free themselves from South Carolina down to Florida, St. Augustine, Fort Mose. All right. Okay, but when they first escaped the plantation, they didn't have a secret passageway. They escaped slavery. A couple of them, about half of them, escaped slavery. And they said, okay, we're going to come up with a passageway that the Native American Indians and the Black Seminoles is Black people that joined the Seminole community. They created a passageway for the Negroes in South Carolina on the plantation to escape to Fort Mose. That's in St. Augustine, Florida. You understand?
Right.
All right. So let's read on. But before we read on, let me get Hosea 4:6. Hosea 4:6.
Khan, sir.
Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Okay. My people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right. Believe it or not, white lies, the lies of the white man, they matter. Okay. The Christian church, our people, they want to just sweep all of the lies and all of all of the history that the white man tried to whitewash. This, throw it under the rug. Let's forget about all the lies he told. Okay, but the lies he told is to cover up who you are. Okay, what's your purpose and what you need to be doing on this earth, man, and what the Lord called you to be. There's a reason why he lied, man. People lie to cover up the truth. You understand? And for a lack of knowledge, my people are destroyed because they don't want to learn the history. They want to forget the past. The past is knowledge, you understand? Especially the truth about the past. That is knowledge that we need to know. We need to know what these devils try to cover up.
Right.
It's very vital. It's very important. Very important, man. And when you uncover what these devils done, you will understand that you are the greatest people on earth. Okay? The Lord chose you to rule this earth. The Lord made the world for our sakes, man. But our people want to ignore this knowledge and just throw away this knowledge, man. And that's why we destroy it. We destroy it because we don't want to remember the past. If we remember the past, right? We have to accept and have to agree that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And our people don't want to agree to that. They think the white man's their friend. Some of them say the white man's my brother. All white people ain't bad. Hey, Christianity is just a religion that teach black people to defend whitey. That's all. Defend the white man. It don't teach you to defend your own people, to defend your own race. How you gonna survive, man? How you gonna survive defending the people that's killing you? Huh? You helping the people that's killing you. Go ahead, Warrior.
If I may, and that's just the key thing. All race and all people got self-preservation except for us. Like, we the only ones still trying to be peaceful with those who already showed they don't want no peace with us.
Damn right, Warrior. Most High in Christ. Damn right. We the only people that want to love everybody. Every other nation ain't trying to love everybody. Okay? Every other nation is in love with their people. Okay? When you look at the Arab man and the China man, they are in love with their people. Let me tell you something. The Arab man, he would kill himself about Saudi Arabia. You understand? He'll go put on a backpack of explosive to show you his love for his people. All right, I ain't telling black people to do that. I'm just telling you how the other nations love their own. All right. So let's get into the article.
Come on. Not everyone believed that slavery should be allowed and wanted to aid these fugitives or runaways in their escape to freedom. As more and more people secretly offered to help, a freedom movement emerged. It became known as the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, that's right. The Underground Railroad. Well, white people, Native American Indians, and Negroes came together to free black people off the plantation. But just because they freed you off the plantation don't mean you was a free person. You was still a slave after they freed you from the plantation. And I'm going to show you how you were still a slave. Okay? You just left one slavery to go to another. Okay? You left one slavery to go to a better slavery. You just went to a slavery where you won't get beat on your back constantly. But instead, when they get mad, they just put their knee on your neck. They shoot you down the street like Fernando Castile. They still treat you like a slave because you don't get no justice when you die and get killed unjustly. So how are you not a slave? Just because they don't have a yoke of iron around your neck, just because they're not tying you up to a tree more, doesn't mean you're not a slave. They just have a different form or a different way of implanting torture to their slaves today. You understand? All right. Let's read.
Con. Americans had been helping enslaved people escape since the late 1700s. And by the early 1800s, the secret group of individuals and places that many fugitives relied on became known as the Underground Railroad.
What if I was to tell y'all, right? Okay. I don't want to get too deep into the class, into the topic, but okay. I just want y'all to understand, why did white people help Negroes escape the plantation down south? Okay? What do you think, Razan? Why did the people right here, I can't say the North did it, okay? I'm gonna rephrase my question. Why did the people down south, the Spaniards, why did they free the slaves down south in South Carolina? Did they really want to see black people free?
Long answer.
What was the cause?
They would have people to work and fight for them, so they wouldn't have to die themselves on the front lines.
That's it. Okay, Rakam?
Sir. Similar answer. So they would have better slaves, more willing to die, further destroyed, just going out a lot for them.
I like that. I like both of y'all answers. I like it. I like both of your answers. Y'all on point. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Okay. Why did Abraham Lincoln came out with an Emancipation Proclamation? Why did he say that the slaves are free?
It's like
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Razan.
So he would have people to fight. I mean, he needed soldiers to fight. He knows that we would do anything to get our freedom. So,
but why did they needed us to fight? Y'all right, but why did they needed us to fight? Why did they need black people to fight for them?
Because they didn't want their people to die.
Y'all almost there. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all the answer. They were losing, man.
Right.
They were losing. They were losing the war. Abraham Lincoln was losing to the South. The British were beating the Spaniards, man. So they say, man, hey, let me tell you something. This saying, if you come down here to Spanish Florida, you are a free man and you can fight for us in our military, and you could be free as long as you be a Catholic. Understand? Abraham Lincoln said, hey, you could be free as long as you come and join the Union and fight the Confederacy, man. But I got a question to ask y'all. What happened to Negroes after they helped the Confederate? After they helped the Union defeat the Confederate? What happened to Negroes, man? What happened? What took place? Did Abraham Lincoln keep his promise? Or, did it end up good or bad?
Salaka, sir.
Go ahead.
A lot of people didn't even know that they was supposed to be free. And then those that did know, they were brought back into basically slavery again through sharecropping.
Right. You're right. But you want to say, how can I say this? Abraham Lincoln didn't keep his promise. You understand?
Right.
He didn't live to keep his promise if he wanted to. They killed Abraham Lincoln. They killed him. He was assassinated. You know that, right?
Right.
But as Abraham Lincoln, he didn't give a damn about black people regardless. Abraham Lincoln, he just wanted to preserve the Union. And when I mean preserve the Union, he wanted to keep the South joined to the Union. The South was trying to separate because the Union was trying to make them stop doing plantation slavery.
Right.
Okay, and why did they try to stop the slavery on the plantation?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
It was getting too much money.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That the South was getting too much money. It was to the point where the South said, we don't need the Union. The Union need us.
Right.
I mean, and the Union tried to stop the South main source of money, and that source was picking cotton. Slaves picking cotton, the slave trade. And the Union was saying that need to be put to a stop. Okay, if you're gonna do that, keep it down south. Don't bring it out west, because it was migrating towards out west. Okay, right. And they didn't want that out west. They were trying to control how the South made their money through slavery, and the South didn't like that, because at the same time the Union was the Union was accepting their money. Okay, that slavery money supported the whole United States. Okay, right. Black people, we built this damn place, man. This place was built off our backs, man. You understand?
Go ahead.
All right. So let's get back into the article.
Come on. The Underground Railroad was not underground, and it wasn't an actual train. It was a network of people, both whites and free blacks, who worked together to help runaways from slave-holding states travel to states in the north and to the country of Canada, where slavery was illegal.
And also, the plantation, like that, the plantation slavery, it was good for the South. It wasn't good for the North, because the North believed in doing industrial stuff. You know what I mean? Having big plants. They didn't care about agriculture. You know what I mean? In the plantation. You know, crops don't grow good up north. Crops grow good down south. You know what I'm saying? That's a down south thing. Somebody got something to say?
That's like it, sir.
Go ahead.
If I may, it was just like you were saying. For the North, it was more industrial. So they needed slaves on a different level.
Right.
Like mass production for what they were trying to do.
Right. Damn right, Warrior. And right now, what I'm going to do, I need y'all to get that other article from me. It's another article. The Fort Mose story. All right? Let's get that. Let's get that article. The second one, Baba Gashaw.
Come on.
Go ahead.
The Fort Mose story. More than 300 years ago, courageous Africans escaped from enslavement.
Courageous Israelites. Let's straighten that up real quick. When I hear the word African, I hear a fly by my ear. I feel a fly beside my eye. Okay. Courageous Israelites.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Warrior.
If I may, when I hear Africans, I just think snot eating, and a whole bunch of flies just by their mouth.
I think about mosquito cakes. You see all the mosquito cakes they were eating online, but not on Facebook. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I am not African. You understand me? I would not eat a mosquito cake. But let's go.
Come. More than 300 years ago, courageous Africans escaped from enslavement in British colonies. They fled southward on foot to Spanish St. Augustine.
You gotta say Israelites. Israelites.
Oh, Salagi, sir.
Hey, you can change that white lie. Say Israelite.
More than 300 years ago, more than 300 years ago, courageous Israelites escaped from enslavement in British colonies.
Right.
They fled southward on foot to Spanish St. Augustine, crossing swamps and dense tropical forests. Along the way, uh, they sought assistance from natives, thus creating the first underground railroad.
Who are the natives? The natives are the Seminoles, or Gad, which is the Native American Indian. But right here is the Seminoles, man. All right, the tribe of Reuben, the firstborn son of Jacob. All right, read.
Not all survived. Those who reached St. Augustine were granted asylum by the Spanish government.
Okay, what is an asylum?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
It's what the tribe of Issachar is asking for at the border.
And what's that?
Where they basically get to stay in a certain region that has like things that are necessary for them to live a good life, rather than
a place where they're safe at.
Right.
Protection. Right?
Khan.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Khan. It was a unique offer. Freedom in exchange for conversion to Catholicism, and for men, a term of military service.
So is that really freedom? For you to be a black man and you are forced to serve a white God. That's not freedom, man. That is not freedom at all. Okay? You still in slavery. You just not being whooped on your back. Okay? You're not under a slave master that's more terrible than the one you're trying to run to. You run to this other slave master because you think he got more compassion. You think he hears you. You think he loves you. And that's our problem with our people today. Our people say, what our people say? All white people ain't bad. When they telling you some white people love me, right? Some white people do love black people. That's what they're saying, right?
Khan, sir.
Hey man, look at here. I don't give a damn if the white man loves me. I don't want his love. Okay? His love is no good to nobody. Okay? I want black and Hispanic love and the American Indian love. That's the love
right.
I don't give a damn about the white man love. The white man love, he can keep it. Keep it. And give it to them damn devils. Give it to Donald Trump. Leave me alone. Give your love to Joe Biden. I don't give a damn about white people love. So what the hell? Black people need one another. That's all the love I want to see. That's the only people I desire to see. Every time I see a white face, I'm offended. Okay, I'm offended. I think about slavery automatically. God damn the white man and his fate behind love, man. His fake false love. You know what the white man love is? The white man love is lynching your black behind on the tree. The white man love is shooting you right in front of your wife and your kids, man. I don't want that love. Hey, Warrior, can I get Lamentations 4:17? Baba Kashala? Yeah, he can keep that love, man. The white man love is putting small parts in your blankets, man.
Khan.
And saying it's a gift. Whole time, it's biological warfare, man. That's the white man love. That's not love at all. Go ahead, Warrior.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
How can America save us, man? How? How? We need to be saved from America. We need to be saved from them. All the time when I'm at camp, I ask my people, how can you save the white man? The white man don't need salvation. Salvation, what's another word for salvation? Let's get into it. What could be another word for salvation? Resign or recome? Go ahead.
Like rescue.
Yeah, I like that. Rescue. Do the white man need to be rescued?
Sir.
What could be another word for salvation? To restore. To restore. You know what I mean? Do the white man need restoration? Hell no. He's not destroyed.
Okay.
I'll tell you who need to be rescued. I'll tell you who need to be restored, because they're the only people on this earth right now that is destroyed. That's black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. How can you look to a nation to save you when this nation is the place you need to be saved from?
Salaki.
Go ahead, warrior.
I got the definition.
Go ahead.
Salvation, preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss.
Right. So we need to be saved from America, right?
On time.
Yeah. We need to be rescued from this damn place. And that's why Christ is our Savior. That's our Savior. Go ahead, warrior.
Delivered. We need to be delivered from this captivity.
Yeah, and Christ is the deliverer. He's going to deliver us from this place, man. And he's going to deliver America some harsh blows, man. With them 200 million nigger angels. You understand me? I can't wait till I see the nigger angels. The hell with the white man put on TV, them little Charmin angels, the little Cupid angels. The white man got beef with the angels in heaven, man. But I'm telling you, them nigger angels gonna come and deal with these damn devils. They just lie on our history. They even lied on the angels and Christ. You seen it when you came up as a child, when you went to that Christian church. They got white Jesus on the wall. My mama right now got white Jesus on the wall, man. The white man made sure he whitewashed everything so he could look like that he's the chosen people of the earth, man. Whole time, man, he's the scum of the earth, okay? He's the villain that's in the Bible that God hates. God can create something that he hates, and the white man is something that God hates, that he created. Okay. All right. Let's get the article, warrior.
Con. The first, Salaki. It was a unique offer: freedom in exchange for a conversion to Catholicism, and for men, a term of military service.
Mm-hmm.
The first freedom seekers arrived in 1687. This group included 8 men, 2 women, and a 3-year-old nursing child. By 1738, more than 100 freedom seekers had achieved asylum.
Okay, now we know they achieved protection from the white man. Protection from, it received protection from this white man, from another white man. Same thing happened to us in Jerusalem. They had got protection from the Romans to be protected from the Greeks, putting them back in captivity. You understand? There's no difference, man. There's nothing new under the sun. All right. Hey, warrior, let's get that other article, Baba Kashal. The next one.
African Americans in St. Augustine, 1565 through 1821. The institution of slavery in Spain is different from that of
skip down and Spaniards conquered and colonized. Baba Gashaw, third paragraph.
Oh, come on, I see it.
Uh-huh.
As Spaniards conquered and colonized in the Americas, they were charged with a dual purpose: to bring wealth to the Spanish crown and to bring souls to the Catholic Church.
Hey, what's another word for colonize?
Sloppy.
Go ahead.
Establish. Brainwash.
That's right. Yeah, you're right by that. Brainwash. What else?
Control.
Yeah, I like that. Control.
Sloppy.
Control the savages. Control the natives. Control the slaves. What's the best way to colonize a slave or a native? What's the best weapon? The best weapon that the white man ever created or ever came out with? What's better than a damn atomic bomb? Because an atomic bomb is a great weapon, but it kills off the people you need if you don't want to work. You know what I mean? Right. What weapon is better than an atomic bomb? Better than any gun or any weapon. This weapon right here, it would kill the Indian, but it would save the man. What weapon is this?
Sloppy.
Go ahead.
Disease.
No. What weapon, right? Listen to me again. What weapon? It would kill the Indian, but save the man. This man is still living, but he's not an Indian. He don't care about being an Indian no more. He don't give a damn about being an Indian, even though he is an Indian. Right? It's an old saying. Kill the Indian, but save the man.
Sloppy.
Go ahead.
Religion.
What religion?
Christianity.
That's right, warrior. Christianity. That's how you colonize somebody. And you also can colonize people through killing them. But why kill them? You need them. You need a strong back. You need workers. You need people on the bottom. Okay? And you don't want your people on the bottom. So it's best to preserve the people who are willing to be colonized. The people who are willing to be a Catholic or a Baptist, whatever. Right here, during the era of the Spanish, while they was in Florida, they wanted black people to be Catholic. Okay? What's better than a voluntary slave, man? Someone who is willing to serve you. That's a Christian. When you see a Christian, you are looking at black people that are willing to serve white people with their mind, body, and soul. Okay? Right. We have no choice to work for the white man, but you don't have to give the white man your mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give the white man your spirit. You don't have to do that. But our people insist on doing that, man. Money supposed to be a defense. It's supposed to be a defense. We supposed to get this money, gather it up, so we can eventually separate from these devils, man. Like Black Wall Street, okay? But our people don't want to go that route. You know what our people want to do? Our people just want to get a little crumb out of this white man's heaven and just stay to themselves and be so selfish and just support their nasty, disgusting lust, man. Okay? Then we'll have the nerve to try to speak on black problems. That's why I can't stand these black entertainers, man. You don't do nothing for black people, but you had the nerve to want to step up to the plate and say stuff about black problems. I tell you what, you are the reason. I accuse a lot of these entertainers for problems that go on in the black community, man, because they have the money, the resources to fix it. But instead, you know what they do? They buy houses that they can just ride by and look at and say, I got a house I just bought. I don't even sleep in the house. I just bought it to ride by and look at it. Ain't that a waste of money? But that's what these Negroes do. This Negro I'm talking about is Rick Ross. You know what I mean? You got niggas like that on this earth, man, that spend money foolishly, man. Foolishly. They spend it the way he want to spend it. They want to talk about how black people ain't got no money, ain't doing this. Why don't you support them, man? Huh? Why don't you let these same people that you're accusing of not having nothing and can't achieve nothing in life because they're doing this and they're doing that? Why don't you let them sleep in that house that you ride by and look at? Why don't you help them get some jobs, man? Okay? They're not going to do that. But they had the nerve to criticize another black man. All right? You know what white people do with their money? They support white people. You know what the China man do with his money? He support China people, man. Chinese people. That's what they do, man. Every other nation understands this concept besides us. We get money and we just get so selfish and just say the hell with our people, man. I'm going to get out the ghetto and I'm going to move next door to a white man. Okay? And when I move next door to this white man, I can say I made it. I can say I made it, right? But that's what our people think. That's how they think, right? A lot of our people hustle hard just to get away from their own people to live in white society, right?
Right.
It's like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, like you just said, to live next to a white man with a Benz and a picket fence, I made it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sad, man. But that's the truth. That's the truth, Warrior. Okay, let's read on an article. Baba Kashaw.
Come on, sir. They established missions systems. They established mission systems across all the lands they claimed, Christianizing,
man. Another word for colonizing is Christianizing, man. Christianizing who? Read. Let's see who they Christianized first. Go ahead.
The Native Americans.
Uh-huh.
And creating an extensive network of farms and information gathering sources in the process.
Okay, so before the Negroes came over here on slave ships and worked the land, who worked the land? Native American Indians, man. I can't stand when I hear Negroes say that Native American Indians is not our people when they went into slavery before your black behind. These Negroes that's in these Christian churches, they need to just shut their damn mouth, man. Okay? Because you don't know history. You are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You are under the Willie Lynch theory. You look at color as race. You don't look at nationality. You don't give a damn about nationality. You know how these Christian Negroes don't give a damn about nationality? Because if you did, you wouldn't be calling yourself American. If you black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, how can you call yourself America? Or American, you know what I mean? How could you do that? If you knew about nationality, you know damn well you ain't no goddamn American. Understand? But you don't give a damn about nationality. You don't even give a damn about color. Because you say Christ ain't got no color. Ain't what the Christians say?
Right.
They don't care about color. They don't care about jack, man. They care about fairy tales. They care about being asleep.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
They say he all colors.
Yeah. Christianity is a drug too. All they care about is getting high off that drug called Christianity, man. Okay?
Right.
That drug got everybody high around here, man. To the point you can't even see color. You would say that there's a man that walked this earth that had no color. Okay, whatever.
Right.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Roy.
Like you just said, Christianity is such a bad drug. So if he has color, he was white. They okay with accepting that.
Oh, he was olive skin. Yeah, you got that right. He was olive skin. Olives are black too, ain't it?
Right.
Yeah, he was olive skin. I agree. He was olive skin.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I looked it up about the Native Americans. It
Go
said
ahead.
Between 2 and 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas.
Oh yeah, and some of them were shipped to Europe. They were shipped all over the place, man. Just like we were shipped all over the place. But black people think they're the only race of people over here in America that went into slavery. The our Hispanic brothers and the Native American Indians, they went into slavery before us.
Salakia.
Go ahead, warrior.
If I may, what you're saying is so heavy. In the next paragraph, it says, during the war, New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, the Azores,
Let's
Spain.
read it. Let's read it. Where's that? Which article?
Salaki, it was a article on the university I have found.
Okay, damn right, warrior, damn right. Okay, let's go to the siege of Fort Mose. And another word you could call for the siege of Fort Mose, and you can look it up or Google it up on the internet, whatever. It would be called Bloody Mose. Bloody Mose. Fort Mose was named after a Spaniard from Spain. Okay. So let's go get this article, warrior.
Come.
Salakia. Oh, my bad. I need to read in this article where I'm at right now. I need to read about this brother that's in here. He led the army, the Black Army in Fort Mose. In the same article I'm reading, I think you will see him. Do you see it?
Come, sir.
Yeah, read about this brother. You in the next article, right?
Yeah, come, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
A Spanish officer was nominally in charge of the settlement, but the militia captain, an Israelite veteran of the 1715.
Israelite, where you at?
I'm in the same article. I dropped down. You see where underneath the picture where it says Africans come to Florida.
Yeah, you say Africans, and I mean you have to say Israelites. I was just joking earlier, you know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead, warrior. But we ain't African though. We ain't African.
Right. I'm under the section called a free black town. In the third Khan, in the second paragraph.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Khan. The men were required to serve in the militia, and they would be called on to defend St. Augustine in times of attack. A Spanish officer was nominally in charge of the settlement, but the militia captain, an African veteran of the 1715 Yamasee Wars named Francisco Menendez, was truly
hold on. Yeah, slow down. I don't see where you at. You say after a free black town?
Come. A free black town, the second paragraph.
Read that name again?
Come. The original fort was described as an earthen-walled fort with Indian-type thatch huts. The community housed...
No, I need you to read that name. Francisco Menendez.
Come.
Read that
see where it's at?
Yeah. Read that name again.
Come. But the militia captain, an African veteran of the 1715 Yamasee Wars named Francisco Menendez.
Menendez. Okay, we're going to learn about Francisco Menendez. Okay, when you hear about this man, what do you think? He's an Indian, a Hispanic, or a Negro?
Slovakia.
Go ahead.
I'd say probably Hispanic.
We're gonna find out. Let's go to the next article. Baba Kashaw. We're gonna find out if he's Hispanic. Baba Kashaw. Go ahead, Warrior.
Khan. Francisco Menendez was a notable free black militiaman who served the Spanish Empire.
What again?
Was a notable free black militiaman.
He was black. Judah. Tribe of Judah with a Hispanic name. So what do that tell us? What do that tell all three of us about a black man having a Hispanic name? What do that tell us?
Slucky.
Go ahead.
That they probably spoke the same language.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, put it like this. If a black man can have a Hispanic name, right? In a Hispanic, the tribe of Gad or the tribe of Issachar, they can have a Hispanic name. Just understand, don't take pride in these names because this is not our identity, man. We carry the name of devils, okay? They are slavery names. Anybody can possess these names, okay? Just because you speak Spanish, just because I speak English, it don't matter. We all under some damn devils, you understand? But just because you speak Spanish and just because I speak English, it doesn't mean that we are not brothers. It just means we are under different colonies. You was under the oppression of these certain type of devils. Okay? But no matter what, all of us, we're into slavery under these damn devils, man. Goddamn Spanish, man. Goddamn English. You understand? Goddamn all their languages. Cause we Hebrew Israelites. That's who we are. Blacks and the Spanish Native American Indians, we have the same mother and father, man. Okay? We come from Jacob. We are Israel, man. Fuck, you know, it's like, hey, I was at the wrong name. It's like I was at the wrong thing. The hell with these devils' languages. You know what I'm saying? The hell with it. I had to stop myself from cussing. I mean, I got into it too much. What the hell with these devils' languages? All right. Read on.
Khan, who served the Spanish Empire in Florida during the 18th century.
It was a black man named Francisco Menendez. But it sounds so Hispanic, right? You would never think that this was a black man, but this is a black man who led the Black Seminoles. Don't you know, a long time ago, it was black people that joined the Seminoles. They joined the Seminoles, and they had a community, man, and they got along. You know why? Because we the same people. We're the same people. But guess what? When you join a white man, for some reason, we cannot get along. No, we can't get along because they are not our people. And the Lord didn't make it that way for us to join them. When we join them, we're going to be cursed on this earth. And that's why we curse right now. Okay? But if we was to separate from these devils and join the Hispanics and join the Native American Indians, man, that would be the fall of America. Somebody give me Zephaniah 2:1. All right, and then we're gonna go into the siege of Fort Mose. All right, and that'll be the end of my class. Baba Kashaw.
Khan. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, O nation not desired, man. We are not desired in America. Okay? We are not desired because when they Christianized us, they took away our identity. They didn't want us to know our nationality and who we are, our God-given name. We are not desired in this place called America, man. But the Most High said we need to gather together, and this is how we will, surpass this place called America, man. By us joining together, by us being brothers again. America, they don't want to see blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians join one another, man. That's why they teach us to hate one another. They teach us that we are different. They're not the same. They teach you lies about the history of the Native American Indians. They teach you lies about the Hispanics and lies about the Negroes. They tell you the Negroes are Africans, right? They tell you that our Hispanic brothers are Spaniards. They teach you that the Native American Indian, that they're Asian, like they come from the Chinese people or something. They lie on our history, man. And right now, we are carrying the shame of the heathen. How are we carrying the shame of the heathen? Because the heathens put their name on us, make us carry their names so they can hide our true identity, man. But the Lord said, gather together, oh nation not desired, man. They don't want us to know that we Israelites. That's why they gave our identity to them devils over there in the land of Jerusalem or Israel. They're not the Jews, man. They're not the people of God. Okay? The Most High said that my people will be in slavery in the end. They'll be in the last days that my people will be in slavery. They're not going to know who the hell they are. The ox know of his owner, and the axe know how to get to his master crib. But my people do not know. They don't even consider. Do black people consider that they are Israelites? No. They say, I'm African. They want to be African so bad that they go get DNA tests to try to show that they're African. Look, this DNA test say I'm African. But why would the devil tell you the truth about your identity? This same devil who stole it. Why? Okay. Warrior. Let's get that the siege of Fort Mose.
Come on.
Baba Kashaw.
Siege of Fort Mose. The Battle of Fort Mose, often called Bloody Mose or Bloody Musa, was a significant action of the War of Jenkins' Ear that took place on June 14th, 1740 in Spanish Florida. Captain.
And we're gonna learn about the War of Jenkins' Ear at the end of this class, because it's very important to this class, because I want y'all to understand what happened to Fort Mose. All right. And what was the end of Fort Mose? All right, read on.
Come on. Captain Antonio Salgado commanded a Spanish column of 300 regular troops, backed by the Free Black Militia under Francisco Menendez.
Yeah, the Judite brother that got a Hispanic name. Go ahead.
And allied Seminole warriors consisting of Indian auxiliaries. They stormed Fort Mose, a strategically crucial position newly held by 170 British soldiers under Colonel John Palmer. Palmer and his garrison had taken the fort from the Spanish as part of James Oglethorpe's offensive to capture St. Augustine.
All right. Okay, but we gonna understand what happened, what truly happened to St. Augustine, Fort Mose. Let's read about the War of Jenkins' Ear. That's the next article, Baba Kashaw.
Khan.
You got that?
Khan.
Go ahead.
Who won the War of Jenkins' Ear? Following the War of Spanish Succession, the British were given a 30-year contract to provide slaves and conduct limited trade with the Spanish in the Caribbean Sea. Wars between Spain and Britain affected this agreement, and in 1729, the British agreed to allow Spanish patrol ships to stop British ships and inspect those ships for smuggled items. By the late 1730s, British people began to resent the constant stoppage of British ships by the Spanish, and after the British reinforced Gibraltar, both nations were at war.
You know?
Khan.
The war of Jenkins' Ear.
1 second. Slock your Baba Kashaw.
Go ahead.
Not letting me see it.
Okay, I'm gonna get down. I want you to get down to the part where it says, once the War of Austrian Succession began in 1740. That's the part I need.
Slock it, sir.
Go ahead.
The article's not letting me see.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Once the War of Austrian Succession began in 1740, the War of Jenkins' Ear was grafted in as conflict of the major conflict. When the War of Australian Succession ended under the Treaty of I.S.U.P.K in 1748, any territory conquered by either side in the War of Jenkins' Ear was returned to the previous owner. Spain retained its hegemony in the Caribbean. The British ended their piracy and smuggling operations, and the boundary between Georgia and Florida was established. Basically, what happened in the end, the United States of America had bought Florida from the Spaniards.
Right.
Okay? So after they bought Florida from the Spaniards had nothing to do with the so-called black man and the Seminoles anymore. Okay? That's our war now. Because they sold it to America. These same people that say they had our back and were for protect us from the British sold the land to the British because they couldn't keep up with the expenses of Florida and all the damages that happened during the casualties of war. And that's why it's so important to never trust our enemy. Can I get that scripture? That's gonna be the last scripture I pull. That's in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10, in the Apocrypha. Go ahead, Ward.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Right.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
You can never trust the white man. You can never trust these devils. Because just like iron rust, these devils bound to show you how evil they are in the end. Okay? These damn devils, the same people that say, God loves everybody, but they don't love everybody, but turn around and kill you once you make a deal with them, man. They say, they talk good and say they all about making you succeed and be successful, but then the end results, the proof in the pudding, you see it all day. You end up getting killed. You have no businesses. You are on the bottom, and he has everything. That was his true intentions, man. That's why you can never trust your natural born enemy. Who is the white man? Okay. You have something to say, warrior?
Law, sir.
All right. With that, that's my time. Now you learn about the truth of the first Underground Railroad, Fort Mose, St. Augustine, Florida. Okay, the first Underground Railroad, the first black settlement in the United States. Okay, and basically what I mean by that, the first safe house for blacks that ran away from slavery off the plantation. All right. And with that, Yahweh Shem Yah Shah Barakatham.
Yeah. How about Shem Yashab?
Lord Christ, Lord.